লোক থাকা উচিত। Should I sit here?
Please go ahead.
Should I sit here?
Yes, you have to be here.
Oh, okay.
Only for swearing in, you have to be there.
Okay,
and then
okay. মাঝখানে যিনি আছেন ঘড়ি দেখছো, ঘড়িটা দেখো, মুরলীধর ঘড়িটা দেখো, পাটাপাটি ঘড়ি মাল ঘড়ি নাকি লাইটাম লাইটাম আসছি না।
Allah Hari, some kind. Yes. Yes.
May I have your lordship's leave to commence the proceeding?
Yes.
May I request the learned assistant additional advocate general to deliver his speech?
My Lord, the Honorable, the Chief Justice, my Lords, my Lord Justice Bibek Chaudhuri, the office bearers of the three wings of the bar, learned senior advocates, learned members who are present here, members of the registry, ladies and gentlemen. My Lord, this is not a farewell speech. This is a thank you. This is a thank you from the bar that loves, admires, and respects your Lordship. We thank your Lordship today for the amiable, friendly, and affable atmosphere that your Lordship has always created in your Lordship's courtroom, despite the cacophony that we created from our side. We thank your Lordship for your Lordship's strong sense of justice, fairness, and impartiality. We thank your Lordship's goodness of heart, decency, and unfailing courtesy to us, the members of the bar, at all times. We thank your Lordship that it has always been the case law and never the face law that has mattered in your Lordship's court. We will miss your Lordship. We will miss your Lordship's cordiality. We will miss your Lordship's courtesy, politeness, generosity of spirit, the patience that your Lordship has shown to us, and the civility with which your Lordship has dealt in the members of the bar, with the junior or senior, while being firm in the dispensation of justice. We will miss your Lordship's even-handed sense of justice in delivering judgments in different jurisdictions. Your Lordship has had a very wide repertoire of subjects that your Lordship has dealt with. And your Lordship now has a wide circle of admirers, not only in the district judiciary, particularly in Howrah, but also in the registry of this honorable court and the entire bar. Your Lordship has been and will always be one of us. Your Lordship's judicial journey is taking us away from us physically, but your Lordship will always be in our heart. May I, with your Lordship's permission, say a short prayer with these words, that when your Lordship is away from us, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall softly on your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. we wish your Lordship a very, very happy journey in other jurisdictions. Your Lordship's Bibek has always been the North Star, the Polaris, which has guided the way in which your Lordship has conducted your Lordship's judicial duties. Your Lordship will, we are all sure in this courtroom, keep the flag of the Calcutta High Court flying wherever your Lordship is. From the members of the bar, I wish your Lordship all well in your Lordship's future endeavors, in the other court which your Lordship will adorn, and in every other court, up and up and up that your Lordship will go from here.
May I request the Secretary of the Bar Library Club to deliver his speech?
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, my Lords, the Assistant Additional Advocate General, the President and Secretary of the Incorporated Law Society, the Secretary of the Bar Association, members of the registry, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. We have gathered here today to offer our gratitude to your Lordship for your Lordship's contribution to the advancement of substantive justice to the people of the state of West Bengal. I deliberately refrain from using the term farewell. The word farewell conveys a sense of permanent parting of ways. The members of the Calcutta Bar do not feel and do not intend to convey to your Lordship that your Lordship will be parting ways with us permanently. Within a very short span of time since your Lordship's elevation to the bench of this honorable court, your Lordship, through your Lordship's judicial work and approach to the legal issues brought to your Lordship's notice, has created a lasting impression, not only on our minds, but on the general litigants as well. We have found that your Lordship, while dealing with the matters that would come before your Lordship, carve out a solution for the litigants within the parameters of the law. Your Lordship's approach always has been to advance substantive justice so that some benefit, some relief can be afforded to the litigant. It is for this liberal judicious approach that your Lordships followed, that your Lordship's bench was coined as the petitioner's court. Even for the lawyers, it was a pleasure to appear before your Lordship's court. We would have the full satisfaction of making our submissions without any fear. Speaking on behalf of the bar, I can say that we had not even remotely imagined that such a day will come so soon when your Lordship will be required to move forward to another court. Your Lordship's onward movement to the Patna High Court may enrich your Lordship's experience, and we are sure that your Lordship may benefit thereby. But it is we and this institution that will stand to lose. I hope and pray that this kind of an occasion to bid farewell to an honorable judge on being transferred may not and should not normally happen. The institution of which all of us are a part stands to suffer the most. Nonetheless, the bar can only express their sentiment and feelings for the sake of this institution and no more. I, however, seek solace that your Lordship's association henceforth with the Patna High Court will benefit the people of the state of Bihar, just as we had benefited from your Lordship's handling of legal issues and problems faced by the people here. I, on behalf of the Bar Library Club, wish your Lordship all the very best for a very fruitful days ahead. Thank you.
May I request the Secretary of the Bar Association to deliver his speech?
My Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice, the other judges of this court, and the Honorable Justice Bibek Chaudhuri, the Honorable judges in the virtual mode from Port Blair and as well as Jalpaiguri Circuit Bench, the members of the registry, the additional advocate general, the secretary of the Bar Library Club, the secretary and the president of the Incorporated Law Society, and the other members present. Today we are assembled to say farewell to a judge who is very close to our heart. Today morning, I went to Centenary Building, where His Lordship usually sits is most of the time. And I asked so many persons that whether you will be in courtroom number 1 at 3:30 to give farewell to His Lordship. And the answer is that a person, we don't expect that His Lordship will be leaving us, and a person who is very close to our heart. So we will refrain from being there. It is not at all possible for us to give farewell to a judge who is very close to us and very close to our heart. So far the Bar Association is concerned, we miss someone really, we miss someone who is really very close to our heart. We hope and trust that His Lordship will render justice to his new destination at Patna High Court, as His Lordship done in Calcutta High Court for the litigants. And I pray to God His Lordship's good health. Thank you, my Lord.
May I request the Vice President of the Incorporated Law Society to deliver his speech?
My Lord the Chief Justice, my Lords, Justice Bibek Chaudhuri, the three members, office bearers and members of the three wings of the bar, the additional assistant additional advocate general, and the members of the registry. Lord, in his opening speech, the assistant additional advocate general has said what we all wanted to say. In fact, saying something which we want to say today will be a repetition. We really didn't want to say that it is a farewell. Now, Lord, so far as I am concerned, I had known your Lordship's father. I had privilege of working with him, both with him and against him. I had known your Lordships before your elevation as a judge of this honorable court. And I am glad to say that after your Lordship became the judge of this honorable court, your Lordship remained the same person as your Lordship was. And as rightly said by Mr. Sen, that insofar as your Lordship's amiable behavior is concerned, this is one aspect of the matter which drew all the members of the bar to your Lordship. And in fact, they felt free to argue their case without any pressure and free from any tension. Now, Lord, I am sure that this is going to be a gain for the Patna High Court, though we consider it to be a loss to our High Court. And I am also sure that your Lordships will gain popularity with the members of the bar there, with your Lordship's mannerism and the way your Lordship conduct your Lordship's court. Lord, all the best wishes from the members of the Incorporated Law Society and Lord, from the members of the bar. And we wish your Lordships a very, very successful tenure in the Patna High Court.
May I now request the Honorable Justice Bibek Chaudhuri to address the gathering?
The Honorable the Chief Justice, my esteemed colleagues in the bench, the learned Assistant Additional Advocate General, the learned Secretary Bar Library Club, the learned Secretary Bar Association, learned Secretary Incorporated Law Society, the members of the bar, both senior and junior members, the members of the registry, and those who are hearing this farewell meeting. in virtual mode. A very good afternoon to you, all of you. I am deeply moved and overwhelmed by the words of praise that have been ushered upon me by the learned members of the three wings of the bar. I am seriously thinking whether I am deserving for it. You have been always kind enough to work in unison and with unstinted cooperation and assistance, for which I am able to perform a lot of work in the justice delivery system. I may submit before you that in spite of COVID pandemic and interruption of the court work, during my 5 years stay here, I have collected the data from the registered listing and computer. I disposed of about 6,000 main cases and similar number of applications during this period. So I tried to deliver justice. I tried to give relief to the litigants. And that was my only motto. My professional journey started in the month of November 1989 as an advocate of this court under the care and guidance of late Justice Tarun Chatterjee. In the year 1989 itself, I appeared in West Bengal Judicial Service. I stood first in the examination and joined as a civil judge junior division on 30th April 1991. In my 32 years career as a judicial officer and finally as a judge of this court, I am indebted to a number of learned advocates who were no less than doyens in their field. I am indebted to the judicial officers and the judges of this court for providing me the opportunity of learning various nuances of law. I humbly submit that I was a learner when I joined the service, and still I am a learner. I am grateful to the learned advocates because they have provided me the essential materials and satisfied my quest to learn a little bit of this subject for dispensation of justice. I would like to convey my gratitude today to the Honorable Justice Jyotirmoy Bhattacharya, Honorable Justice Shubhra Kamal Mukherjee, and Honorable Justice Harish Tandon for their constant support and guidance extended to me. From the very first day when I stepped into the corridor of this High Court with a black robe and gown as a junior advocate, the above-named judges who were then the immediate seniors to me, they nurtured me and guided me in proper direction. I pay utmost respect to them. As a judicial officer, I did not have any difficulty to dispense justice with the help of learned advocates. During my tenure as a judicial officer, I covered the entire length and breadth of the state of West Bengal and Andaman and Nicobar Island. Everywhere, I got the support and assistance of the learned advocates. Whenever I faced problem, today I must submit and must convey my gratitude that whenever I faced problem in any matter concerning a legal point, I did not hesitate to discuss those issues either with Justice Bhattacharya, Jyotirmoy Bhattacharya, or with Shubhra Kamal Mukherjee, or with Justice Tandon. Therefore, I consider myself lucky to have the assistance of the above-named honorable judges when I was in subordinate judiciary. On a personal note, I felt comfortable to work in judicial side, to do judicial work. But since 2011, till my elevation in October 2018, I was mostly busy with administrative job in the capacity of Central Project Coordinator, Registered Listing and Computer, Registered Administration, and Judicial Secretary to the Government of West Bengal. After my elevation, I had the opportunity to share the division bench with the Honorable Justice Dipankar Datta. It was a great experience to be with His Lordship, to understand and learn the court craft and the way of dispensation of justice speedily and effectively. Justice Datta even referred me the names of the books which I should read to understand service law. I shared for a limited period of time division bench with my elder brother, Justice Tandon. And I have the opportunity to learn from him the art of writing judgment. I consider him as a master of that craft. I have the opportunity to share division bench with Justice Shoumen Sen, Justice Tapobrata Chakraborty, Justice Joymallo Bagchi. Justice Sen taught me how a very complicated matter can be simplified and effective justice can be rendered to a litigant. It's a great opportunity to work with Justice Chakraborty, who taught me how meticulous a judge should be. It's also an opportunity to learn absolutely a different dimension and approach in which criminal law should be looked into, and criminal administration of justice can be imparted. When I was with Justice Bagchi, and even when I discussed various issues with Justice Bagchi, whenever I felt difficulty in civil matters, I did not hesitate to rush to the chamber of Justice Shobboshachi Bhattacharya to discuss issues, and the answer was immediately ready. Above all, I would like to convey my gratitude to my Honorable the Chief Justice of this court for the constant support and kindness extended to me. In this court, practically, I got some very good friends. I even got some friends who are indifferent to me. I got some friends who wanted to avoid me, but I considered them all my friends. And I never considered any of my colleagues in the bench as a foe. I will be failing to discharge my duty if I do not specifically mention the role of my elder brother, my true elder brother, Justice I.P. Mukherjee, in my life, whose loving note of appreciation was always inspiring for me. I pay my respect to my senior colleagues, love and affection to my peers and younger sisters and brothers. I received utmost respect, love, and affection from the members of the bar, and therefore I feel sorry to leave you. However, it was the desire of the collegium who parted me away from you. But at the same time, when I was elevated, I knew that the Constitution contains a provision under Article 222 that a judge should transfer. Therefore, I accepted the transfer without any remorse. At the same time, by receiving the order of transfer, I consider myself as becoming a part of history, because my Honorable Chief Justice adorably tell me or adorably call me that you are an outspoken judge. So when this is the last meeting with you, I must say that in 1975, during emergency, 16 judges of different high courts were transferred by the executive decision in one go. After almost 48 years, 24 judges have been transferred from one high court to another by the Collegium of the Honorable Supreme Court in one go. Therefore, I am one of the beginners of the change of shifting of power from the hands of the executive to the hands of the highest seat of judiciary. The government of India in its policy formally announced on 28th January 1983 that the Chief Justices of the High Court will be from the outside state, and 1/3 of the judges of one High Court must be from the outside. And I think by our transfer, this is the beginning of that introduction and implementation of that policy. But at the same time, with all humility, I must say that the judicial pronouncements are there that the Article 222 should be looked into, should be considered very sparingly. Please consider my case. Today, I shall bid a goodbye. On 24th, I shall take charge. On 24th itself, I shall return to Kolkata because on 25th, 26th, and 27th are holidays. Thereafter, I shall have to take leave, earn leave for 4 days in order to make necessary arrangement of my family. So, I shall not be able to discharge my judicial duties at Patna on those days. It might not happen if I and all the transferee judges had the opportunity to work in their place, in their native place where they used to elevate it. My tenure in the High Court of Calcutta was very happy. I fully enjoyed my tenure, but it was not full of roses. There were some thorns that pricked and bled my heart. My association with the High Court started when the Honorable Justice Joynarayan Patel was the Chief Justice of this court. Then as registered, I worked under 11 Honorable Chief Justices. Although I saw that the Chief Justices in their administrative committee and transfer committee inducted senior most judge elevated from the service as a member. However, when my turn came during the Chief Justiceship of Prakash Srivastava, the long-standing custom was neglected and denied to be followed. Though it is the absolute power of the Honorable Chief Justice to form a committee of his choice, but we consider that it is the custom and precedent that should be looked into, because we are not, and I am not hankered of any post, anything, and I worked as per the direction of the Honorable Chief Justice all through. But it is a matter of recognition. It is a matter of recognition of our long service of 32 years rendered for the cause of the justice delivery system. I spent most part of my life with case records, law books, legal journals, and in court than my family, friends, and well-wishers. I am really indebted to my wife, who sacrificed her lucrative career of animation artist to look after my family and my sons. And due to her effort, practically, I like to inform you that my elder son has become a doctor and he is pursuing his MD in tropical medicine in Calcutta Medical College. And my younger son is a student of second year law in St. Xavier's College. By the grace of Almighty, I have been elevated as a judge of this court. And therefore, I got the opportunity to hear some of the legal luminaries like Shaktinath Mukherjee, Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Mr. Kopil Sibal, Mr. Jayanta Mitra, Mr. Bachuat, Mr. Vikas Ranjan Bhattacharya, Mr. Kollan Bandyopadhyay, Mr. Joydeep Kaur, Mr. Kishore Datta, Mr. Shekhar Basu, Mr. Milan Mukherjee, Mr. Sandipan Ganguly, Mr. Shobosachi Banerjee, Mr. Ayan Bhattacharya, and many others, only for the reason of becoming a judge of this court. I am anxiously waiting to interact with the best of the legal brains of Patna High Court and to enlighten me myself further. I was very happy in this court, and I was happy because I tried to just to give a small drop in this great ocean called the High Court at Calcutta. Once again, I thank you all. I pray, lastly, your blessings and good wishes of my senior colleagues in the bench, as well as the learned advocates, senior learned advocates, and love and affection and good wishes from all of you, because I have many promises to keep, and I practically, I will have to go miles and miles before I sleep. Lastly, in every program of Bengali people, it ends with Rabindranath. To my learned advocates, I say only one thing: গ্রহণ করেছো যত, ঋণী তত করেছো আমায়. I am indebted to you and I cannot repay your debt. Thank you.
May I have the leave of your lordship to declare the proceeding as concluded. The proceedings are hereby concluded.